back to another video. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name's Harry. I've got a Mk1 Fabia VRS on bag, and today we're gonna have a little bit of talk about it. Now, if you haven't already, but you've been watching these videos recently, I really urge you to smack that subscribe button. Join in, watch these videos, because I'm trying to make the cleanest Fabia in the country. Today, I'm going to talk about the story behind my Fabia and all the modifications that I've done with it. Now, I bought this car in 2022, so I've owned it nearly 4 years. And when I bought it, I can certainly say it did not look like this. This car was pretty much completely standard, apart from a stage 1 remap, an exhaust and some coilovers, just basic mods. But now it's pretty much completely transformed. And I think since the last video I made nearly a year and a half ago on the spec list of this car, it's changed so much that I think I've just got to do it all again. So I'll start off with, I think the most obvious and the main mod that I've done to this is a complete airlift performance air ride kit. Now, if you're not familiar with what air ride suspension is, it basically allows the car to go up and down at the flick of a button, and you can get it pretty damn low. In my opinion, this air ride kit has completely changed the look of my car. Absolutely love it. It's got me into shows, it's got the car so much more attention, and it's just cool. Now, the next stuff we're going to talk about does require me pulling this lever and going over to the bonnet. So I think it's time to talk about the engine modifications. Now, this engine is far from standard, as you can probably already see from little bits in the engine bay already. But the main modification I've done in the engine and power-wise in this, an 1856 hybrid turbocharger. Now, the 1856 isn't necessarily the biggest and best turbo you can get for these, but it certainly gives you such an optimal output of power for the price you pay, and it's amazing. Alongside the 1856, I have got many supporting mods such as a cold air intake, PV150 head bolts, a big front mount intercooler, hard pipe kit, and many other supporting mods for it. Another thing to note as well, I've taken the AC compressor off and run the shorter belt, which just means you have to flip the tensioner. To get that air in the car, I've got a cold air intake. To get it out the engine, I've got a pretty decent exhaust. I've got a Cupra 6x4 tip from Louis Skiller himself, the man, all the way from Portugal, shipped over. It's beefy. Going back, it's got a 2.5-inch custom exhaust with loads of different brands all put together, made by myself, bodged together, all the way up to the turbo. Now, combining the exhaust, combining the cold air intake, and combining the turbo, this car made a whopping 256 brake horsepower. If you haven't already, go watch the video. I can't even remember. I'll put a link up in the corner here. So I like to think, although it's got the looks, it has got the power as well, and it's pretty quick, I've got to admit. I think I've embarrassed a couple of Golf R owners here and there. Sticking on the outside of the car as well, have got the RSP low line splitter kit all round, front lip, side and rear. A lot of people question my sticky outiness on the rear, thinking it's a bit whack. I think it's different, and I think it's quite cool, especially when it's aired out. I think it looks sick. It's like a hovercraft. We've also got window tints all round, a big sun strip, and a spoiler extension that I may have messed up. We got pre-facelift lights with a bit of dodgy tint on there, new badges, and a Kari sticker, the best. And the main cosmetic modification I think I've got on the car is the smooth front bumper, which initially was made at a body shop until I crashed my car, and then I redone it myself. It's come out pretty decent. But the modifications of the car do not just stop there. If we go inside, there's a lot more in here. I've got a full custom false floor kit that I got off a friend really cheap. As well as that, we've got the air tank and we've got a strut bar. This was a pain to fit and a nightmare, but I think all in all, the rear end looks sick. Can't forget the LED boot light, big mod. Coming over to the front, start over here, we've got a boost gauge. We've got a phone mic that's not connected. We've got a coffee mug holder, mint mod. We've got an Atoto screen, big up. And we've also got OMP 300mm steering wheel, which is so sick, and I love it. The main interior mod though has got to be the BB Classic bucket seats. They are definitely getting a little bit worse for wear these days, but they're still the best bucket seat you can get in a Fabia by far for your money. Unreal set of seats. I got these second-hand as well. Funnily enough, pretty much everything I've got on this car is second-hand, apart from a few little bits here and there. Can't forget the EGT gauge that doesn't work as well, and big up Mr. Trump. Knowing what this car looked like when I first bought it, looking back at it now, really just shows what you can do when you put 100% into something, and you have a vision in mind, and you can actually make it happen. I used to wish I had a car that was on bags, that was pushing nearly 300 brake, and was as fun as this, and get so much cool attention from people. And now I've got it. It just really goes to show that although I'm making these videos week in, week out, I am actually getting something back out of it, and I really enjoy it. I completely forgot to mention the Cupra wheels, which are pretty battered these days. That will be changing soon. If you watched the video from the other week, we got some TT comp wheels getting ready to go on the Fabia. I'm still saving up my money to try and get them refurbed, and I've got a vision in mind for this car which is going to change everything. And the reason I'm making this video is because what I've got in mind is going to transform this car, and it's going to look completely different, and the car is going to no longer look as how it does now. Coming into summer, we're going to have a new chapter for the Fabia, and it's going to be mental. And please subscribe to see what I've got planned in store for the Fab. I nearly completely forgot to add that I've done the Mk1 Audi TT front brake conversion on the Fab. 312mm discs and bigger calipers, obviously painted in yellow as well. As well as that, brake fluid all round is changed to ATE 200 high temp fluid so she can get hot, and braided lines all round too. But before I end off this video, there is one bit of sad news coming to this YouTube channel, guys. I don't want to have to do it, but needs must, and I'm gonna have to sell the project Audi TT. Unfortunately, the car is good, it's drivable, and it needs an MOT. For how much it's costing and for how much money I've got at the minute, it's just not affordable, and I need to get it gone. All I want really is my money back for it, and I'm £1,300 into the build at the moment. It's going to get an MOT, and it will pass because there's nothing that will fail the MOT on it. The rust is going to get sorted and everything else. So if there's anyone out there that wants a really good Mark II Audi TT, 200 brake BWA engine, let me know, because I will literally sell it for what I've got it. I'm not bothered about making much profit on it. If I can give it to someone for what I got it for, that's a really good price for what you're getting for the car. So if there's anyone you know that wants a TT for 1,300 quid, let me know. I'm sure we can sort a deal out. Other than that though, if you did enjoy this video, join the club, press the subscribe button and like this video. I hope you enjoyed a bit of an updated version of my Fab mod list. I do get quite a few people asking me about exactly what's done, and I think I need to just make these videos maybe every 6 months to keep up with the stuff that we're doing on the channel. If you did enjoy this video, smack the subscribe button like I said. See you in the next one. Peace.